Hey guys, what is up? Chris Orchard Shadow back here today, and we are doing a list for the top 5 worst people to play with in World of Tanks. Now, this was actually the hardest list I had to compile because the World of Tanks community is it's actually pretty hard to think of people bad play with because usually we get pretty good teams. But, we're going to start out with number 5, the most common worst person to play with, and that is Lemmings. Now, if you haven't played World of Tanks long enough, you probably don't know what a lemming train is, but it's when you have like like 12 of your teammates all going down the same lane. And I don't think I need to explain why this sucks, but you're there and your team all goes to the right side of the map, and you're just left there with 4 other tanks defending against a whole team onslaught while you're just trying to slowly defend, and somehow, this is the worst part. Somehow your whole team managed to get killed by like 2 of their team. Like, I don't know how it happens, but it seems to always happen. Now on to number 4. Mr. Blame his team. Now, it's actually pretty simple what this guy does. He rushes like straight down into like 10 or 12 heavy tanks, when every team has 12 heavy tanks. Like, he just rushes into like the whole enemy team, and he's just like, hallelujah, I got this, ah! And then you know what happens? He gets like ammo racked, or he gets caught on fire, he gets tracked, and he just keeps getting shot and shot and shot, and then he dies. He doesn't blame RNG. He does not blame the other team. You know who he blames? He blames like the 2 other people that were actually playing smart behind him and said that they're crap. Like, it doesn't affect your gameplay that much, but it is kind of annoying when someone is that cocky that they can literally just blame the other team because they messed up. Don't know how they do it, don't know how they get through days, but apparently they do. Now on to number 3. Now, you guys, I don't know if you guys experienced this before, but I get it so often. I had to put it on this list, and that is the blocker. Now, when you're in a medium tank and you're just driving along, you're doing amazing in a game, and then a heavy tank pulls up right behind you, and he parks perfectly so that you are just out enough so that the enemy team can still shoot you, but you can't back up because the heavy tank is literally parked right behind you. And then you know what he does? He slowly hits the acceleration button, and it pushes you out. He probably isn't paying attention, but it seems like he is doing it on purpose because you're slowly getting pushed out. And then you know what's happening? You're getting shot the whole time, and you're slowly dying while the heavy tank has no idea what's happening. And it sucks so bad. Now, we got done with the blocker. I think my most hated person to play with. Now we're moving on to number 2, the Rage Quitter. Now, this isn't very common in World of Tanks, but when it happens, it sucks. Okay, so you know how I said that the Mr. Blame his team is cocky? No, take that and like double it and quad it, and whatever you need to do. Like, get a calculator, just do a whole bunch of numbers to it. You got this guy, the Rage Quitter. So you know what he does? He's probably top tier heavy tank, like tier 8, and it's a tier, like, mostly 6 people, tier 6s, sorry. And you know what he does? He's like, oh my gosh, the other team's got 2 heavy tanks. Oh, I don't want to play this game. This isn't fair. I deserve better matchups. I'm not even going to try. Fuck my team. You know what? Fuck this whole game. I'm just going to go AFK and screw my whole team. Yeah. Legitimately, there's no excuses for this guy. He legitimately loads up a game, and if he does not get in Vaj's team, where people have XVM and they abuse it and they're like, oh, I got a 22%, you know what they do? They literally just give up or they rush out. It's so stupid. But now, since we got past that guy, the most annoying for me, we're moving on to the honorable mentions, but there is only one, and I couldn't put this on the list because it's just everybody has their own playstyles, and I just don't understand this playstyle. I mean, I understand it if you're legitimately like a lightly armored tank, but the cowards, guys, when you have freaking the highest tier heavy tank hiding behind like tiers lower than it medium tanks, why? I have no explanation for this. Like, legitimately, there's no excuses. I have no idea how to explain this. Like, there's a Churchill. Let's say it's a tier 5 match. There's a Churchill Mark 1 sitting behind a freaking Skoda T24. And I don't understand why this happens. Like, legitimately, the Churchill will let everybody else push up before him. Don't know how to explain this, guys. If you know why people do this, please tell me in the comments. But now we're moving on to number 1. You guys probably guessed it. You know, I'll leave you guys a chance to guess it. Put in the comments if you do guess it. And it is the TKers, or the trolls. Now these people literally load up a game to shoot their teammates. Don't understand why. Like, they legitimately downloaded World of Tanks to shoot their teammates. Like, can anybody explain why they do this? Like, they literally push play so that they can shoot the people that are trying to play the game correctly. I mean, fair enough, you can do whatever you want in the game. Just why are you hurting other people? I mean, this is what I'm imagining is going to happen when someone does this. Like,
Oh my gosh, guys, we're gonna do a trolling video today, and we are trolling some World of Tank players, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna shoot them, you know, because that's funny. And we're in a game right now. We see that there's a lightly armored, low health, medium tank, and we're gonna shoot him with our 400 alpha damage gun. Bang! Why? Oh my gosh, this guy's taking it so seriously. Oh my god, this guy's such a noob. He's saying fuck you. Oh my god, why is this kid like this?
but legitimately, that's what I think is going through their heads when they are doing this shit. Like, no idea why they would do this, but apparently they do. But that is my list for the top 5 worst people to play with. If you guys agree with the list, make sure you tell me in the comments. And guys, if you enjoyed the video, slap that like button. And guys, if you're new here, hit that big juicy red subscription button. It's free. And thank you for watching. And remember, have a good night.